once I got there, I fell in love with the men and women that serve, and was sort of blown away by the depth of their spirituality, the depth of their perspective, the things that they're wrestling with.
Documentary filmmaker Jay Rademacher traveled to Iraq during the war to embed himself in the day-to-day lives of what servicemen and women went through. At least a dozen of veterans and their families came out to watch the film, which was released in February. Ahead of the screening, Rademacher talked about the purpose of the film, which he says is to open up a dialogue about the trauma and the struggles veterans face while transitioning back into society.
And when we introduce the film, we're going to encourage the veterans to also be emotionally courageous and also open up about their experiences, as a group.
Eric Calley, Senior Vice President for the VFW National, says this seminar unlocks a chance for relatives to also understand the hardships of what a soldier's experience is after returning home.
This is a little insight for veterans' families to understand what the veteran has went through, to not only better help their families understand, some of their battles that they fight every day, but to be able to have tools to use to be able to help them in the future.
The film tackles hard topics such as suicide and even an emotional perspective from the relatives of those who served. Rademacher says the film was inspired by his brothers and what they've been through.
Looking back on it, I did it for love of my brothers. I wanted to reconnect with them. They were distant to me after going to war and coming back.